When I found out I was going to be Man of the Year, I was totally shocked and surprised. Shaw's came by my office and handed me a card saying you're the Man of the Year, and I didn't know what to say. Well, I've always really enjoyed community service. I think that you need to give back to your community, and of course I was raised at the fairgrounds by a father who was very much into community service. So I joined 4-H when I was a little kid, of course at the urging of my parents, and I started learning when I was 9 years old about community service. And after 4-H I was involved in the FFA program at high school, and that made a huge contribution to my outlook on life, and all of those programs really encourage community service. I was born and raised here in Watsonville, and I've lived here my whole life. This is a great small town agricultural community that really fits my lifestyle, and of course the fairgrounds, my principal activity these days, is very much a major community asset. Well, the fairgrounds went through a real roller coaster ride of ups and downs. There was a 12-year period of time prior to my involvement where there were 6 different managers, and with that kind of turbulence it was very difficult to develop a stable organization. So the fairgrounds was in trouble right about the same time that I was starting to think about slowing down some of my business activities, and had a little more time on my hands than normal. And like always, when the fairgrounds is in trouble, my dad comes with his puppy eyes and, oh, you know, the fairgrounds is in trouble. And I could tell that he's really thinking about what it's going to take to straighten it out and get it back on its feet again. And so I thought it was time to try a little different strategy, get a lot more people involved instead of just one person coming in to manage it. So we developed a whole management team of volunteers, and it's those volunteers that really have done the amazing job of turning the fairgrounds around and making it the great operation that it is today. Well, I think everybody needs to give back a little bit to their community. Whether you make a living here or you work out of town and live here, I mean, everybody needs to give back something in order to make it a community. I think that's what community means, is everybody has to participate. Well, actually, I never give these things a lot of thought because I just get real nervous. So it's way easier to just stand up and answer the questions. But I think it's really important, you know, obviously I'm receiving this recognition because of the efforts at the fairgrounds, and I want everybody to realize that the fairgrounds is a huge community within itself. There's a lot of different people who do a lot of different things, and without that community aspect and what we call the fair family, the fairgrounds wouldn't exist. So it's way more than just me. I appreciate the recognition, and certainly I've put a lot of work and effort into it, but it's really a whole family of people that make it happen. So obviously among the thank yous, my parents who really got me involved in 4-H, and then through the years I grew up here at the fairgrounds working with my dad, and I still remember, I don't remember a lot of things about my youth, but I certainly remember waiting for my dad to come home for dinner at night because I'd get the opportunity to jump in the truck and go back to the fairgrounds with him and work until late at night, and it's always been a fun place to hang out. The rest of my family, I've been in a long-term relationship where I have, Woody has 2 kids and 6 grandkids, so there's a whole gang of folks there to keep me entertained and amused. And certainly I spend a lot of time here at the fairgrounds, but we also enjoy traveling and doing stuff. So we work for long periods of time, and then we go on vacation and travel and look around and have some fun. And I have to thank everyone in the community. This is a great little community where people participate in a lot of different ways. I find people always think they're doing the right thing. It doesn't always work out that way, as we've seen at the fairgrounds, but overall, the fair community and the fair family has been a lot of fun, and I have to thank everybody that helps at the fairgrounds. It's really been a great time the last 4 years.